When I got the XJ, all the gauges in the instrument cluster worked except the oil pressure gauge. It turned out the gauge itself works. It was a problem with the oil pressure sensor. There's several names for it. Take your pick. The original one that was in it looked like this. I took that one out and replaced it with one by Omixata that looks significantly different. Let me show you what the gauge has been doing since I installed this one. So initially when I bought it, the gauge just perpetually read 0 the way it does right now. Now let me start it and watch what it does. And there you have it. So when I'm driving and I've got the throttle on, it typically is holding that position. But when I'm idling or coasting, it usually just spins around, as you saw before. You saw it flip right there. See, there you go. So it's still not really helping me. This week I ponied up for a new one from O'Reilly's. This is yet another different design. It looks like this. And they called it a oil pressure switch rather than a sender or sensor or whatever. So I'm gonna put that on and see if that gives me a useful reading. So installed, that's what the Omixata variant looks like. It did say that it was compatible with my year and model. That's one of the reasons I got it. But this is what the O'Reilly one looks like. So let's get this installed and see how it does. So I'm not totally sure how this works, but this is the end off of the oil pressure sensor, and you can see there's some oil in there. It was actually had quite a bit of oil on it. That would be on this end, and I'm not sure where that oil would have been coming from. Anyway, so I don't know if that's normal or not, but I wiped it out already, and I'm now going to hit it with some of this electrical contact cleaner spray, just so that it's clean going on the new one, which there it is. You can see I've got installed. I don't know if that blue dot indicates anything. I did rotate it until that one was up, and it is nice and snug in there right now. So yeah, let me get this cleaned up. We'll get it hooked up and see what the gauge looks like on the inside. All right, let's take this journey together. Well, we've got movement. Let's see what it does when it starts. Yes! That looks like an actual reading. With some revs, it doesn't move. I think we have a winner. Yay for O'Reilly's. Now, let's go take a peek and see if there's any oil leakage around the unit itself. So obviously it's a very short sample size, just idling here for a minute or so, but no indications that that's leaking. All the oil spatter around that area you can see in the background makes me wonder if this was some of the oil leak I've been seeing underneath that I was blaming on the rear main. Anyway, I'm pleased with that result.